Good afternoon, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Today I've got yet another engine that was sent to me for repair, inspection, cleaning, repair. This engine is an ASP 91 four-stroke engine, and quite honestly I've never actually played with an ASP 91. I've got an ASP 80, but I've never had the 91. This engine is exactly as it came to me. So initial inspection it's pretty nasty looking. I mean, the whole case is mottled colored and really looks bad. Quite honestly, I'm not sure that there's anything I'm going to be able to do to make this engine look too much better as far as cleaning goes. I'll clean it, obviously, but I don't know that there's much I can do to make it look any better than it is right now. But we'll see. It's got this muffler or exhaust system on it, which it's a good thing I've got an 80, because I think I can use the exhaust on that on this engine when I run it and test it out, because I don't want to mess with this thing. I'm not sure how it would run with this anyway. So let's get right into this thing. So let me just try and see if I can get this exhaust off first, and then I can talk a little bit more about the engine. Okay. Get rid of this piece of tubing. See if I've got a wrench that's big enough for that. Wasn't really sure what to expect underneath here. Luckily that's not massively tight. Okay. So anyway, this engine was sent to me, and I believe the owner said it just has low light compression. So I'm turning it over, and yeah, I feel no compression at all. There is a glow plug installed. It looks like a nice new engine number 3. No prop washer here, and no compression either. So let's start by see what's going on under this rocker arm cover. Okay, this doesn't look too bad under there. Just see if I can hold this so that you can actually see the movement. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Let me zoom in, maybe that'll help. So I see exhaust, intake. Looks good. It's all moving. So the next question is, why is it so light on compression? It doesn't look like it's massively timed incorrectly, but let's keep digging into this and see here. First, let me just make sure that glow plug is... Alright, glow plug is tight. Now we'll take it out. So it wasn't the plug causing the loss of compression. Don't see anything visibly wrong here. Yeah, push rods are moving, obviously. They don't look damaged or bent. Let's see if these head screws are gonna... I don't like the way that felt. That was really tight. Didn't feel like it wanted to come free. That one's coming free. Head screws are loose. Let's go for the intake manifold now. Okay. That gasket's toast. which isn't a big surprise really. This engine overall, I mean, this choke knob, I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I can feel it. Doesn't have the rubber thing obviously, but it's just got a layer of rust on it. So I don't have, I mean, everything feels like there's a layer of rust on it, so I'm not sure what kind of life this engine has had, but it doesn't look like it's been a very favorable one. This is Isa's engine, the second of two that he sent me, and Isa, I hope you didn't pay much for this engine either, because it looks like crap. But hopefully I'll be able to get it going for you here. That one doesn't feel like it wants to turn. Okay, so here's a little tip. This feels like it's starting to want to waller out already. I think it already was a bit. So one thing I found recently, oh that's gross, all kinds of crap coming out of that, is that you don't necessarily have to cut a slot in these things to get them out, nor do you have to force a standard one in there. There's this nice little invention called Torx Bits, and I just so happen to have a little wrench set here that has Torx sized bits in it, or Torx the star bits. You can find the one that fits nicely in there like that. That can actually help you get these things out. Now that's not wanting to just come out, so I think I'm going to put a little oil on that thing and heat it up just a hair, and then that should come right out. Okay, finally, cutting a slot, a lot of heat. I was finally able to get that dumbass screw done. It comes right off. Okay, there we go. So here's our back plate. It's got a clear gasket on it, which is not uncommon for ASP engines. They're usually pretty stout gaskets. I just like to take it off so that when I put it in the cleaner it doesn't vibrate off and get lost. Seeing as it's clear, that'd be kind of hard to see in a bath of oily liquid. Alright, wow, look inside there. Doesn't look too bad, really. When things turn, I'm not really sure why this didn't have any compression, but maybe we've got a broken ring or a fully compressed ring. Find out here soon enough. Wow. Okay, so this is really interesting. I'm not seeing evidence that this is a super high runtime engine because top of that piston's so clean. I would estimate this thing may have half a gallon through it, max, if even that. So why wouldn't it have compression? Well, let's do a reveal on the valves and see what kind of story they tell us. Huh. It doesn't look like it's a super high runtime engine. I'm really curious as to why there's a tremendous lack of compression there. I mean, these are so clean, I'm not even sure I'm going to bother dropping the valves because as I look inside there, I don't even see a lot of carbon buildup on the exhaust valve stem, so I don't know that there's a reason to drop the valves on this engine. I'll just drop this in the ultrasonic cleaner and clean that up. Okay, I lied. I didn't wait. I didn't wait till Friday or Saturday morning. I kept going with it, and mainly because it was here. So I heated this thing up tremendously. I mean, this thing is, I'm not even going to touch it. It's scorching. But I was able to get this sleeve out, and it took a lot of heat to get that sleeve to move. Luckily, I didn't have to fight with the wrist pin because it came out, the whole piston and connecting rod came out just that way, so that's a cool thing. Like I said, I'm not touching that right now because it's hotter than shit. So I'm just going to drop this straight into my LA's Totally Awesome Cleaner ultrasonic bath along with this thing. And I'll actually probably go press those bearings out real quick, or at least the crankshaft out, and take it from there. Okay, for those of you who haven't seen me do this yet, I've got my bearing gear puller here, and I'm going to pop this collar off. I got to find a pretty stout. Oh, that's a wrench. Shit. Okay, there we go. And that's what happens. One of the best tools you can invest in. Now, I did have to modify the tongues a little bit here to fit inside, you know, the grooves of prop washers, but man, this thing is paid for itself over and over. It's a great tool. I use this for larger engines, 91 and up, and I've got a small battery puller, terminal puller for smaller engines.